What's up, guys? We are live on a Monday on What the Show. You might be seeing that still that Windows XP background from the throwbacks episode, but we're doing further throwbacks tonight. We just got done with the end of October. We did Band-Aid, a night for donations for Ben Bateman recovering from his spine surgery. Ben Bateman is doing pretty well. Catch him on Action Industries and his own channel and MMM podcasts. But we had some donation tiers. We had some rewards that were given out, and one of those things is that we're doing some watch-alongs. Called a watch-along, if you will. Tonight I am joined by, as a treat, Hitman Hudson, Kyle Hudson himself. How you doing tonight, Kyle?
It's actually niche internet micro celebrity Kyle Hudson.
This is a fact. These are facts. Niche internet micro celebrity Kyle Hudson. How we doing?
Good. I had something I was gonna say, but I forgot. Oh wait, you can go farther back than Windows XP.
Yeah. It goes back to like at least 95, but that's another story. We're going back to 1955, or is it 56? Movie release dates.
I think
it's 55.
It's 55.
Okay, we're going back to 55 tonight. And we're watching a James Dean classic, Rebel Without a Cause, tonight. We're going to have our own commentary track. We're going to be watching the chat, shouting out your guys' comments, questions, anything like that, anything that you guys want to donate for this month's cause. The Streamlabs link is pinned. We'll be monitoring donations as well. But I thought this is a cool project that Kyle pitched because, Kyle, my man, you gorgeous, supple young man. You are in your 20s. I'm in my 30s. And we have a different perspective that we can give on Teenage Angst. The movie came out in the 50s, so
very recent for me.
Yeah. So I think that we're just going to start going with this. Anybody joining in late, when you want a time code in the description and join in with us, just let us know. But I'm going to start the countdown timer from 5, and we're going to go ahead and get the movie started. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're rolling. Streaming on HBO Max, by the way, as a reminder. It's old school opening credits. Movie just starts. And I always forget about the monkey clapping them cheeks.
Wait, you can do that? Just start the movie?
Yeah. We don't have to have the whole Sam Raimi Spider-Man intro with 10 minutes of spiderwebs.
God bless Sam Raimi, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a...
So, as mentioned, it's been about 10 years since I've seen Rebel Without a Cause. You said about 4 or 5 for you? I gotta say, like, James Dean was a phenomenal actor, but being drunk in general in movies in the 1950s, I think being drunk in the 1950s just had to hit different.
Well, weren't they basically drinking gasoline?
I mean,
Or was that earlier?
no, that's earlier. That's prohibition, like denatured alcohol.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear that?
Not too much.
Uh,
Oh, oh God. Your father's abusive towards you. Maybe you're just seeking attention. This is the 1950s. Don't you want a cigarette and settle down, you dame?
yeah. Also, just the pure angst is palpable. Like, and in this case, it's definitely serious just in how the father's acting, obviously. But even then, like, yeah, and just the feeling of you're not being taken seriously that's just prevalent throughout the teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Even though in some ways you're kind of a, maybe you shouldn't be, but like you also you shouldn't be treated abusively, obviously. So
Yeah, I think with Judy, it's just it's because she's a dame.
yeah,
It's a little fucked. I mean, that's something that I don't think they realized in the 50s, but it has a whole new lens when you see it.
In 2021.
Yeah. Oh, Rob Fishback dropped by. Hey, Rob. How you doing?
Bobby
today,
Fishback. So that's where Jimbo Fisher got his name.
Okay. So it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but murdering puppies on your birthday is like full on serial killer move, right? God, to be that drunk again. But
You're tearing me apart.
guys, we gotta pause. We gotta pause at 11:46 right now, 11:47, and we just gotta let it out. Ready, Kyle? We missed the cue. You're tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart.
Tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart.
Lisa.
I'm not that good of an actor. But...
All right. So we're at 11:47 on my count, right? You right around there?
146.
Okay. So I'm gonna resume in 3, 2, 1. Nice. Better action choreography than Shang-Chi.
Okay. Well,
Sarcasm, sir. Sarcasm.
okay, just checking. It's weird that they all dressed like that back then. And, like, it was scandalous that he's not wearing his boots. Like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
If that's scandalous, I'm a whole scandal right now.
Honestly, this whole movie would be so dry if it wasn't just for James Dean being a full-on maniac.
Agreed.
That and the fucking serial killer guy, Plato. Uh, I just. I want the version of this that came out in 2005, and James Dean as an emo kid. Like,
The Disney Channel original movie version of this.
oh no, but like he's got the swoop bang, right? Like straight in that tie for a studded belt. I just want one good like fucking senses fail quote in this movie.
Wait, is like not smoking the rebellious thing?
Maybe we'll see.
That's
More to
very
develop.
50s, I guess.
Yeah. He's not imbibing the tobacco. That's his medicine. If only that rebel would find a cause, John. That's what we all hope for. By the way, John, if you want to jump in with us, we just hit the 20-minute on the dot mark, so
Life is crushing in on me.
we'll get there. Bet you're a real yo-yo.
What's a yo-yo? I mean, I know like what yo-yo is, but like,
Does that mean this guy has ups and downs?
oh, that makes sense. So everybody except not in the repressed 50s?
Yeah. How many people are they going to fit into one?
Goodness gracious, that vehicle is packed.
Like, they can give him shit, but at least he has got his own car. He does not just share it with 10 other fucking people. That's some privilege shit, I guess.
I mean, look. Good idea for a new rideshare app.
Yeah.
It's like 2 people to a seat. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do it like in the 50s, baby. Pre-seat belts.
Yeah. Fucking Ralph Nader wasn't around. Well, he was around. He was like maybe 10 years older than these kids, but that's a different story for another time. Thank you once again for Ralph Nader and seatbelts.
I know about that. I studied that in history class.
Nice. I saw it in drunk history.
Drunk history. That's my favorite element.
Yeah. Great series. Fucking, have you been to a school that has that superstition? That kind of
What?
superstition?
What kind of superstition?
Like you can't step on on a certain thing. Like there's a bell tower at UNO, at University of Nebraska Omaha, where I went to college, and you had to walk around the bell tower except for certain times a day because of dumb stuff like that. It's just
there's like a seal on like the concrete that you're not supposed to step on.
yeah.
Not in high school though. Also, University of Nebraska Omaha, great debate team. Great speech debate team.
Okay, so what's the first movie that you saw? The Griffith Observatory.
The Griffith Observatory in?
Yeah. For me, it's the Planeteer. So, like, anytime I see it, I think of the Planeteer.
I don't necessarily know. I've heard of it, and I imagine it's been in a lot of movies, but...
So, yeah, that's what we just saw there, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, whenever, especially, 1950s here, I just think of the Planeteer, and it's great. Like, I want a blimp fight right now.
I'm looking it up right now.
So. I just want a blimp fight. Can we get a blimp fight?
Are you sure it's not the Rocketeer?
Yeah. Why did I say Planeteer? Rocketeer. Planetarium, that's why. They're in a planetarium. I said, anyways.
I actually haven't seen the Rocketeer or the original Terminator. I hate to admit it.
Okay. Yeah, dude. You dig a Planeteer or Rocketeer. There we go.
I saw Back to the Future. It's in that. First of these movies. I saw McFarland USA. I think that might be the first one.
Oh, shit.
Because my grandmother really loves that movie.
Okay.
TV shows, too.
Also where Bobby Gucci got delivered his clown wig.
Bobby Gucci, what a man.
Okay, but imagine these special effects in 1955 in a planetarium.
Yeah, that shit's... Okay, can I curse?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's encouraged.
Yeah, that shit's like... That's 2001 of the 50s.
These motherfuckers have never seen Star Wars.
I want to... If you could time travel to let's say 50, and show them any movie, what will you show them?
Fuck.
And you can list a couple.
I think I'd go Iron Man. just like the original Iron Man. Like, I think this is before the first Iron Man comic books, if I remember right. But
that's a good answer.
yeah,
What
60
about-
is first Iron Man. But yeah.
What about the original? What about Superman 78?
Ooh, yeah. That's just enough to blow their minds.
That's an answer that's not Star Wars. That's kind of up there, right?
The Planetarium. Thanks a little higher.
What about Gladiator? I feel like that's the kind of movie that they also had in the 50s.
I mean,
but like the kind of the technical details might be more impressive.
yeah, let's see. I mean, in
There's not that many special effects. It's mostly just like kind of like in Gladiator. It's mostly just kind of the same old, except it's better quality television, I guess.
Ben-Hur was 59, and I think that, yeah, it would just be enough to blow their minds. Just enough CG and stuff. That they're like, how the hell was this shot? That's a good one.
What if I just showed the Man of Steel?
Mulholland Drive. Oh.
What if I showed them Die Hard in the 50s?
Okay, so give me 80s. Then I get Mulholland Drive. I'm David Lynch's dude. Not even the new one.
David Lynch's dude.
Blow their minds.
Well, I have the answer. Cats 2019.
Ooh. Well, then they'd be worried about their children. This is all the show with Plato with John, just like know that he's a serial killer. It changes the perspective of what's going on right now.
What movie that's out now that wasn't out when you were like a kid, like let's say before you turned 13, do you wish you could go back and show your younger self?
Well, actually, I'd go Iron Man again because I was a huge fan of Iron Man when I was like 7, 8 years old from the Marvel animated, and I was the only kid in my school who liked Iron Man. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I was 13, or I wasn't 13. I was 11 or so.
Oh, those white wall
Captain America,
tires.
the first Avenger came out. I walked out of that being like, that was the best movie ever. Because for like someone my age, it really was.
Yeah. Well, it's still artistically beautiful. Those white wall tires going down, that just.
I remember being super impressed. Ooh, this is a good shot, by the way. Sorry if I'm talking much. I remember being super impressed with the Tommy Lee Jones one-liners in Captain America, the First Avenger.
It's like one of the last few times he was really good.
That and Hugo Weaving's performance, which really stinks that he's like anti-MCU now.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, good answer to the first question. The fifth element. The fifth element. Actually, I haven't seen the fifth element. Why they keep saying the Terry Pratchett book instead of the movie.
By the way, if you're just jumping in right now, we are at 34 minutes even. We're just talking. We're not fighting. Just talking with knives out.
These kids are mean. Like, I thought there were mean kids at my high school. Goodness gracious.
Could you imagine how much this guy would bully somebody on Instagram? This guy.
This guy's the original internet troll. Just like, you look so ugly, you should just delete your account kind of person. In the 1950s, it was all like physical and stuff. So all that physical bullying.
Oh, this action scene.
It's like a lightsaber duel.
This is. It's painful to watch old action scenes sometimes because they're just so
hackneyed. Is that the word? Let me Google that. Make sure that means what I think it means.
The spiciest thing that happens in most action scenes, most fight scenes before probably mid 70s, and Asian influences. The spiciest thing in their cabinet is salt. Let's put it that way. It's not great.
Not even any Cajun seasoning in there. Tragic.
It's just so white.
Like, not to get political or anything, but the SNL skit, or the Democrat debate skits, where like Pete Buttigieg's like, I hear that some people have been calling me Mayo Pete, which is offensive and also inaccurate because I would never eat anything that spicy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe I get from these fight scenes.
Absolutely.
Personally, I love mayonnaise.
It's a wonderful condiment, but it's not,
I've also recently gotten into Tony's, like the spice.
Oh, like Tony Caceres?
Yes, that one.
Okay. Nice.
My parents are obsessed with the stuff, and now I'm like putting on eggs and stuff.
coming home late at night. Yeah, I was involved in a stabbing in the afternoon. Don't worry about it, parents.
Relatable. Not really. Not really. I'm joking. The worst thing I ever did was I went out to get like an hour-long car trip with a bunch of buddies. They just decided to go to the House of Pies at like 11 p.m. after like a theater event I was at.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell my parents, and I let my phone die. So when we got back at like 12:30 p.m. or 12:30 a.m., like my parents were freaked out, and yeah. But they let me off the hook because that was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. And overall, I've been doing a good job staying out of trouble, so they gave me like a warning.
Nice.
Love it when a good reputation that you've earned saves you from punishment.
It is weird when you get to this part and you see like his dad's not like totally nice. So 1 second, mic's still on, but just gotta make a quick adjustment on my end.
So, off topic, but have you been listening to Red Taylor's version?
Not yet.
You've been too busy?
It's one of those things I'll put off for a long time, and I'll get to it eventually. Be honest.
Are you a Swiftie? It's not sufficient. It's a Swiftie world. You gotta be a Swiftie.
Gotta get swifty.
Exactly. I've seen that episode.
Shit on the floor.
I need to catch up on Rick and Morty.
Same, a couple years behind, but it's. I know it's just like it's really easy to just sit back and just look at the antiquated fucking family shit and.
Why are all of my favorite? Sorry, I keep getting notifications. Why are all of my favorite Twitch streamers streaming on the very night that I'm literally live?
Feel it.
Like, don't they know that I am live right now, so they shouldn't be?
Yeah, we should get rated. Somebody rate us.
Are we on Twitch too?
No.
No.
Could you imagine what the Twitch? The Tom Cage kid just grew up to even older than Jeffrey Bezos. Never mind. I was gonna go with born 1964. This is 55. Fuck.
I want to cut off all my hair, be bald like Jeff Bezos.
Don't do it.
He's my fashion inspiration.
Trust me.
Oh, yeah. I see how that can go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And you knew it was very dangerous.
By the way, anybody watching along with us, we are going to take a 10-minute break about halfway point, about 10 minutes from now. Let you know what's coming up.
there's this weird dichotomy here.
Mm-hmm.
Because overall, it seems like James Dean's character's parents are too lenient in a way. And I'm sorry. But like the female lead's parents are just like the opposite. They're abusive.
Yeah,
They're
Judy.
rough. And it's like this kind of absenteeism that's kind of the problem, I guess, versus this helicopterness and brutality on the other hand. It's like two extremes almost.
Absolutely. Oh, the iconic jacket.
The two opposite poles of bad parenting.
But it's Jim's dad's fault because he was wearing an apron like a girl. It's the 1950s.
Scandalous.
Yeah. Right. It's fucking morbid personality. Yeah, dude who fucking shoots puppies.
No, I must have missed this. Does James Dean's character shoot puppies, or does
No, Plato, John,
other
his
dude?
buddy. Yeah. That was the police station right at the beginning. Like they just put that out there for us. Like he's supposed to be
Oh,
some
the
sort of
little kid
sympathetic.
shoots puppies?
Yeah, the slightly younger one. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. That gives you a whole new perspective on this character. That's a detail I missed. The worst kind of criminal, honestly. According to, I guess, certain dog people. Like
A certain
hardcore
point of
dog
view.
people.
I don't think. I think you just gotta have like foundational respect for fucking animals.
True, but like, there are the people who are like appalled naturally, and there are people who are like, that's the worst thing you could do. Do whatever you want to humans, but dogs. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like right in the middle. Right in the middle between like harming animals and harming people.
Yeah. Like, I'm definitely also borderline. Like, dogs are way cooler and kinder and sweeter than humans. So, yeah, I get the perspective there. Yeah. But it is kind of funny at the same time.
Nobody likes to call him Jamie. Okay, so after this scene, we're going to cut to break. Nope.
Ooh. Was
That's
that like
old.
a not supposed to be revealed yet thing?
No, that was old.
All right, that's all. Yeah. I need to watch more of your stuff.
Oh,
Sorry.
dude, that's like months old. Chilled action hasn't happened for a minute.
Come on. Check it. So, well, this one will win. So, I'm getting vague flashbacks. I think I watched the scene like over like stumbled into the room while like adults were watching this movie as like a little kid.
Okay.
Like, 'cause I vaguely remember watching this as like a 5-year-old.
I know that they used to actually put this clip right here in Turner Classic Movie ads also. The early 2000s. So.
The day I'll start feeling old is when they put movies I watched in theaters on on the Cinemark Classics thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna make me feel like I'm ancient. Oh, there's also a joke in. Have you seen the other two? I've mentioned this before, but like it's a very good TV show.
Yeah.
And it's a joke about old Hollywood films. Like they go to like a middle school dance, and the theme is old Hollywood, and the films that they're referencing for old Hollywood are Anchorman, Knocked Up, and some other movie. I think it's like I forget which one, but I cackled watching that. Anyway, that's basically it.
Okay.
I'm talking too much, aren't I?
No, dude, that's what watch longs are for. Is like we talk through this shit. Getting ready for that chicken scene though, something iconic. Like this is right before we hit break too. Like
Yeah, that's like Tom Dagnino levels of iconic.
Tom Dagnino probably did this at the observatory like fucking last weekend, but that's a different story. Oh man, it's so weird watching people drive cars in movies who died in car accidents.
True. That's how James Dean died, right?
Mm-hmm. He didn't necessarily leave a beautiful corpse. Yikes. Ooh.
It's interesting that how many actors made like 3 to 6 great movies and then just died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wasn't there an actor who was like in The Godfather, Godfather Part 2, Conversation,
The Deer Hunter.
and like another great film?
He was dating Meryl Streep.
Really?
Uh-huh. Her first great love.
Who is it? That's Sonny in The Godfather, right?
Yep, Anthony Cannavale. Deer Hunter, by the way, is my favorite Oscar winner from the 70s. Oh, shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching them, look over the cliff. If you're at 53:28, that is where we're taking a 10-minute pause. One of our esteemed co-hosts has not eaten, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. We're going to take a quick break here.
Sorry, I'm hungry.
In the meantime, this guy right here, while the screen is empty, will be keeping you. That will be keeping you company the entire time we're gone.
Such entertainment.
In true What the Show style. We love you. Be right back.
Bye.
All right, so I'm back. I think we're still waiting on Kyle for a second here. I'm getting myself situated back for watch along mode. We are free to join in with us. Maxwell jumped in just to say, "What the fuckity fuck?" I think he was expecting some premium Rebel Without a Cause content. And why you'd expect that from us here at What the Show, I'm not sure. But just 1 second here while I get us back. If you're in the chat, let's hang out for a little bit. We got a couple minutes before Kyle's going to come back on. If you're going to join in with Rebel Without a Cause for us, we are just right after the chicken scene. It's at 53:28 on the runtime. You can catch it on HBO Max, streamlabs.com/whattheshow/tip. That is open with any donations going to fund that we're putting together for my my mom with her post-surgery expenses. Anything that you guys choose to do, that's fucking awesome of you. We're also doing Scrubs trivia later this week, where I'll be the guy behind the scenes. Mostly, Mike wrote that match up for our esteemed guests and cogs that we're having, but we've got 3 people watching the chat. Somehow gained viewers, so well, let me know what you're up to on this fine Monday evening. Just sound off for sure. I'm also gonna have a drink because that's what a good watch along is all about, right? Having some drinks, laughing with friends, getting way off topic, which has been one of my favorite parts of this watch along so far. So yeah. And now I've vamped for 2 minutes. What have we got? But so far stayed in a really iconic movie. With some timeless themes of angst and aggression, and are we being listened to in our youths, and those reminders not to listen to the youth of tomorrow, but at the same time, God, this movie is fucking bonkers, isn't it? I've enjoyed myself so far, for sure. And I don't know, I completely forgot about the Griffith Observatory scene, which has still is always going to remind me of the Planeteer, or the Rocketeer. Why do I keep on saying the Planeteer? The Rocketeer. This movie doesn't have enough blimp fights for sure. Just going to put everything out into the ether. Why not? Oh, saw Maxwell. Maybe it was before he jumped in the chat to say what the fuck did he fuck? That he gave a little react when I posted our away screen there for a second. Some good shit for sure. Somehow we're gaining viewers right now. If you're just jumping in, we're getting ready to resume our what the show watch along of Rebel Without a Cause. Hitman Hudson just behind the scenes. He's about to jump back in with us here. We are right after the chicken scene. We're at 53:28 on the runtime. You can catch this movie on HBO Max. It's gonna be the easiest way to catch it. That's where we're watching it right now. I've got one earphone connected to my phone and one to the laptop here, doing it truly the way that this movie was meant to be watched. So, welcome back, Kyle.
Let you watch Waiting on My Ass.
What's that?
the way the movie was meant to be watched,
Yeah.
waiting on my ass.
Dude, you're panting. Did you run back?
Took like 5 minutes longer than I was expecting.
Dude, you're good. You're good. Got some snackage from the movie. Sweet.
Sorry. Oh, stop. Okay.
Oh, dude, you're good. Stay on camera. We gotta make this a bit.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
It's a sandwich called the OG.
The OG?
The OG.
Okay.
That's the name of the sandwich. It's turkey, Swiss cheese. Usually has lettuce, tomato, and mustard.
Okay.
I cut off the lettuce and tomato like a bad ex-girlfriend and replace the mustard with mayonnaise.
Okay.
And
We're talking a little bit about mayo earlier, so keeping the theme. All right. So, yeah, dude, we're gonna just go ahead and rock and roll with this. We're gonna keep on rolling. We're at 53-28 once again.
Sorry.
Dude, that's what like this is for. Let's have some fun. Let's resume the watch along from here. We're gonna hit play in. You ready to hit play, man? We're gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1.
I forgot how intense this was.
Most traumatic moment in his life. You're eating a sandwich. This moment, they realized he was going to have a sad yearbook quote. There's truly not enough out there in this movie about this kid's sociopathic tendencies.
Yeah.
It's all about James Dean. Like, I get it.
There needs to be more like essays written about that.
Yeah.
It's honestly an under-researched, critical topic.
Yeah.
Shit, my mother is right. I don't really am a messy eater.
Looking at those bedspreads, wondering what fucking thread counts used to be.
Interesting.
You ever do something that could be vaguely called manslaughter and you just chug a glass of milk?
Milk is the cure for manslaughter. What can I say? That's what the Got Milk ad said when I was a kid.
I think James Dean was in one of the 90s Got Milk ads. I'm pretty sure if you look it up.
Wait, I've got it now. Milk. There's a meme of this
Nice.
from DeviantArt. But I don't think it's a real thing.
Of course it came from DeviantArt.
I can
Yeah, I'll see if I
can send you this image later. This is glorious. I'll just send you it now. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of great things. I've said that a lot. Oh, that's a fine thing. With a response. You remember how I almost died giving birth to him? Love that line.
Cheep, 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 cheep.
You really should credit the artist there, dude.
I didn't see it, but
I'm pretty sure it's written on there, but you know. Can't believe he's doing all this because they called him chicken. Like, if I were going to commit a bunch of crimes, I at least want a better insult to provoke me. Goodness gracious. I only commit crimes if they call me a whole ass loser.
a whole ass loser.
Not a chicken. Chicken can roll right off of me. I'll just reply, I'm not chicken, I'm steak. That was a lame dad joke.
Ooh, Dutch angle.
Did you ever want to turn yourself into the police as a kid? Over some minor stuff?
I mean, I never did a crime, so no.
I don't even think I did either. I was just like so weirdly paranoid or whatever, and like had this guilt complex. I think it's because I grew up Catholic.
That always helps.
I think I like stole a book from a friend's house at in middle school, and I felt so bad about it or something like that. Anyway. FBI, that was not I was joking. I didn't actually do that. I just want to make sure they know that that was not a confession. That was just,
Anything that's said on what the show is inadmissible anyway, so you're good.
We have Gucci's same in-house lawyer, right?
Oh, yeah. Leopoldus is on call. He's on retainer.
Hey.
I don't see why people say you need to see something on the biggest screen possible. Like, look how close I'm holding this one to my face. It's really big to me right now.
I mean, look, having seen Lawrence of Arabia on the phone, I'm joking. But, yeah. Rebel Without a Cause is kind of different. Because it's like an intimate kind of film. Like, it's fine on the TV, you know? It's not like this grand, epic, lots of battles that you want to see on the big screen.
Dude, that choke scene, though. Oh no, that painting. I just want to see, like, the Antiques Roadshow of the painting that James Dean kicked.
You know, as an art critic myself, not worth it. I got my art critic certification from Just Now.
Hey.
I made it up. This movie feels longer than its runtime in a way.
Well, that's the thing. This is a long movie for the period. You're looking at 70, 80, 90-minute run times being average. This is almost 2 hours.
Quaint.
So
now my dad's like, if I'm paying that much money for, especially for popcorn, I want at least 2 hours. And I kind of agree with him.
Nah, for me, you give me a 90-minute movie, I'm so happy these days.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 2 hours. I'm paying $30 a seat in the theater. At least an hour 50. I should pay for another one of these so we can watch Network.
Oh, dude, we just do
I
network. Yeah,
would have, but picked that one. But I don't think it's on any major streaming services right now.
Didn't stop me with doing a whole ass review of John Dies at the end.
Wait, that's pay-per-view only too?
I think it is now. It was on Amazon, but
Okay. Well, this movie rivals Network in sheer bananasness, though. Like, this movie's bananas.
oh yeah,
It's same level of bananas.
how different would this movie be with cell phones?
I keep getting lots of movies would be way different from cell phones. Like, there's a whole bunch of Stephen King plots that would not work with cell phones.
Oh yeah, on any horror movie like pre 2005, like it's different.
It's also weird in sci-fi how they can imagine like everything except cell phones in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the comparable things are all like video screens that are like bigger and clunkier usually. Like,
Well, Jamie. Nobody's ever called me Jamie before. That's fucking weird. That's basically his...
he's lying. He's trying to be cute. Of course, someone's called him Jamie before.
Oh, that was me joking around.
No, I'm serious. Like, someone's called him Jamie before Truther. There's no way that no one's called him Jamie before this. I wonder what I'm going to give this movie on Letterboxd now. That's the real question. By the way, I'm on Letterboxd.
Nice. You want to share in the chat? I don't do Letterboxd personally, but
I'm in a movie group. We just watched Rushmore, which was not good. Have you seen Rushmore, AJ?
yeah, it's
So
probably
weird.
my least favorite Wes Anderson. I'd probably put it around like a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, which is what I'd call a D, which is usually about that. Yeah.
I gave it lower than He's All That. That was a lot. And to be fair, I was higher on He's All That than like 90% of people. Just because even as annoying as Addison Rae is, like, the other performances are actually pretty good. So I don't know. Even though the plot was like weird and like every high school musical nowadays is a bad portrayal of high school, so you know, who cares?
Mm.
But yeah, I gave He's All That 2.5 stars. And I gave Rushmore 2 stars. So respect.
Okay.
I gave Spider-Man 3 stars.
Hey.
That movie's got redeeming qualities.
Sandman stuff is pretty bomb.
That
But
it's the Venom stuff that's weird. Except the Venom church scene, honestly, kind of slaps. It's just the end fight scene that's mediocre, and just all the Topher Grace stuff before he, yeah. But yeah, I gave He's All That 2.5 stars. And I gave Rushmore 2 stars. So respect.
okay.
I that make sense?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the whole church scene in Spider-Man 3?
Except for the literally praying to kill.
That's what I like about it, though. I thought it was like really a cool concept. He's going there and he's praying to God that God will kill Peter Parker. That's the kind of Spider-Man villain I want.
And to each his own. I mean, yeah.
I just thought it was just the right amount of campy and also like cool. As someone who was raised Catholic, I don't know. Maybe it was the raised Catholic in me.
Maybe.
Like, I don't know.
Where does he live? Don't worry, he has it written on a notepad in his pocket.
The 50s, it was a different time.
I wrote it down. What even are the kids in this town?
Bullies.
This kind of all suck.
Well, it's interesting. I feel like there's so much like repressed shenanigans going on in the 50s. This feels true to life almost.
Hmm.
Like, no one was that angry or angsty, even as they are in this film in my high school. But, I don't know. It's because people had outlets and shit.
It's all melodrama.
They were, like, restricted by the 50s square culture, you know?
Jim Stank?
What?
Okay. The address book? Come on.
I didn't hear you.
Jim Stank?
Jim Stank? Is that like a thing? Like a Ligma sort of deal?
It was a joke because Jim Stark in cursive. Yeah, fucking around.
Whoa, like Tony Stank.
Yeah.
I get it now. That was a really long-winded kind of. I get it now. By the way, I'm really sorry.
Nothing apologies.
No, I'm not apologizing for the food thing. I'm really sorry that your quarterback is a piece of crap.
Which quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I'm not even never been a Packers fan.
Oh, I thought you were a Packers fan.
No.
Okay. That's a relief. Sorry, that was a random thought. I went from Tony Stank to Tony Stark to Steve Rogers to Aaron Rodgers. That's the line of connection.
You're good. You're good.
What movies should I watch next of James Dean's? East of Eden or Giant? That's the real question.
East of Eden's a good watch, but the book is one of my favorite novels. It's not too faithful to it, but
you know, if I were a great actor like James Dean, I hopefully would make 3 great movies and die. I would make 3 great movies, take all the money, and retire. Is that a sensible financial plan, or would I need to make more?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. 3 film contracts these days. You have multiple lifetimes to live off of. So
Depends on the movies. 3 independent films aren't going to pay that much.
yeah, 3 features.
3 MCU movies. Unfortunately, I'm not that good of an actor.
He's literally right there.
Roar. This film's kind of like a 4-star movie. Honestly, like, it's like over how many days? Like 3?
I believe so.
Like, that's... I get what they're going for, but like, just to, especially, I don't know, like, it's very Romeo and Juliet. Like, there's all this drama and like relationships forming in 3 days. It's like,
Romeo and Juliet and a sociopath. We're getting there.
but like, even like in reality of high school, this would take a couple weeks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, high schoolers aren't that quick. Does that make sense?
Yeah. See, this is where it gets fun. For me, is I'm giving up and getting playful and kind of getting that escape from everything's happened. It's just
Don't trust him. He's a puppy murderer. These actors look, except for the small one, look like 33.
mm-hmm.
Like, this is some Fast Times at Ridgemont High level. Old man high schooler. Old lady high schooler.
Sunken nursery.
Wasn't one actor who played a high schooler in Fast Times at Ridgemont High like 40?
Oh, it wasn't that bad. Grease was almost that bad. Grease was like early mid-30s.
How old was Travolta in Grease? Like, specifically Travolta. And then Newton-John, 54, 77. He'd be 23.
A lot of the bit players out.
And then, or he would be 24. Olivia Newton-John, 48. She would 30. Not counting when in the years more. Yeah, that kind of thing. Canvas. I have all A's and B's.
Yeah, this is where it gets.
My crib at night? You had a crib when you were old enough to remember them fighting?
They talk about it.
They explain that? Okay. I'm not paying that close attention, I'm sorry. As you can probably tell. This is very reminiscent of, y'all know I'm autistic, right? There was a specific type of like sorority girl kind of who makes a habit out of treating like people like me like puppies.
Oh,
This is very reminiscent of that. Does that make sense?
yes, but no, Plato to me has just been a captivating character this entire time.
Agreed.
Well, since start to any stories, just wandering into a castle holding individual candles.
Yeah. Telling you to love wandering the castles at night. Favorite pastime of mine. You know, as a devout Christian, this movie is making me uncomfortable. There's premarital hand holding.
Cheeks have touched. And not even like the center kind.
They are
the face
not
ones.
leaving room for Jesus. This is disgusting. This is deeply sinful.
She just dropped an L-bomb.
I will be suing with the show for making me watch this content. And yeah.
Good luck for the content you requested. She just dropped a fucking L-bomb on him. And you mentioned they've known each other, what, 3 days? Yeah, that's okay, it's high school. Okay.
Look.
Some things never change.
Look, personally, I always waited a week before dropping the album.
A week.
A week. A whole week. I was restrained, okay? I had restraint, unlike these hooligans.
I mainly just dropped the album like when I'm leaving the gas station at the clerk or something like that.
Oh, like the casual, whenever the see me again situation.
Yeah, just a little quick, love you.
Love you, mean it.
Okay, so when the ambush played out, like, today's kids would teabag him. Like, 100%.
What's teabagging?
Don't worry about it. But I want the Judd Apatow Rebel Without a Cause where he wakes up with a nutsack on his face. Come on.
Wait, Judd Apatow has a version of this?
I want that version to exist.
True. That would be good.
Just the version of that scene.
Just like cuts to him with a nutsack on his face.
You hear fucking Joe, hear fucking Seth Rogen. No, definitely not Joe Rogan. Seth Rogen giggling in the background.
Oh, I love the Seth Rogen laugh. It's iconic. It's the greatest laugh in cinematic history.
Especially when somebody wakes up with a nutsack on their face.
But anyway. Speaking of Joe Rogan, I'm going to quote a joke I've heard. I'm going to just steal it for my own purposes. I hope to one day be a successful enough podcaster that, skill position athletes ask me for medical advice. Isn't that the American dream?
Doctor.
Ooh, but gun. I love guns. As a devout Christian, I thought this movie was going to be uncomfortable because it was a premarital hand holding. But now you got some good American Christian guns in the mix, and I'm back on board.
That's what we needed. Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus. Yeah. Yeehaw. I know a lot of cool Christians, but they're also the specific ones I'm making fun of right now. So,
yeah.
That being said, I am legitimately against premarital hand holding. Like, that's like fifth base for me. Is that too naughty for what the show?
I don't think we've had anything of the sort.
Anyway. Tell me if I crossed.
Fucking the cop is outside and guns start firing. And the cop is still outside.
Cops, man.
Like, does he know these kids are white? What?
Yeah, but isn't the younger one disabled? So.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count.
That counts a little bit. Yeah.
Kids couldn't move during the fight scenes. Now Plato's all fucking.
Love how his name is Plato too.
It's moving around like Snake Plissken and shit.
Look, I just really want to name my son Aristotle. Or my daughter Aristotle. What should I do?
I'd give it until right up till the day before, man. Don't want to commit too early. But
Just whatever my future significant other wants, go with it.
Yeah, I just have that conversation when it comes. Nice, fired upon the cop.
Well, I have some news for you. I'm kidding. I did not get any pregnant.
Not yet. Give it time.
Not yet. Yeehaw. He needs you too. This is like an internet parasocial relationship in real life. Like those creepy, toxic, like ones that happen way too fast. Like, goodness gracious. Ew.
Yeah.
You know, I really think John Lestrina would like this movie.
Family?
Because it's about family.
It's fucking twisted.
You really need to recommend this to him.
This new movie, Rebel Without a Cause.
Yeah, it's about family, man. Just like your faves.
They're
All the cool kids are watching it.
back to the Griffith Observatory. Make me think that I might have to nightcap my evening with The Rocketeer.
You watch way more movies than I do. I watch like one or two a week.
I maybe catch 5 or so.
A week?
Yeah.
I'm a balanced person. Read a lot of books. I watch a lot of TV. I'm not going to dedicate all of my free time to movies.
I still have my literary time. I don't catch a lot of series. Takes maybe 3 or 4 series a year. But yeah, somewhere between, like an evening movie, going to bed, that kind of thing. See sure we catch most of mine.
Wait. The actor who played Plato died at like 37? And Natalie Wood died young too? This movie really was cursed. That being said, I could definitely play Jim Stark. Not really, but like, I think I have the long hair. I have to look for it. Do I have the acting chops? No.
Yeah, it's a pretty dynamic role.
You're tearing me apart.
Tearing me apart.
I'm gonna name my kid Soap after the Call of Duty character Soap because I want him to get voting. Builds character.
There you go. Proof of concept.
It's like the Johnny Cash song, A Boy Named Sue.
See, then you have hippie kids who name them Sue like indigenous people.
I'm gonna name all my children Sue. Like George Foreman named all his children George.
Mm-hmm.
Or Georgia. Did you know George Foreman was a boxer?
Yeah.
I just thought he was the guy who was behind the grills.
He's one of the best of all time. One of the best heavyweights.
I didn't know that until recently. I'm teasing, by the way.
Sometimes you never know with people, man. You never know with people.
Turns out, I asked the residential director if he knew what a CD was, because I was teasing him. Turns out the man's like 26.
Yeah.
He's barely older than I am. He looks early 30s. He looks mature, you know?
Yeah.
Distinguished, so.
Are you here?
Where are you?
Where are you?
And I'm still sorry.
Going back to emo James Dean. That's a callback. It's back to the police station.
Purple stripe in his hair. It is like jet black dyed hair with a dyed purple stripe. And like guy liner and shit. I want a forehead tattoo. Random, I know.
CGI James Dean is Jared Leto's Joker with the damaged. Bam.
I mean, they have the technology now.
That's what they're gonna do with the blessing of his estate.
Well, technically, Disney has the technology. I don't think they're sharing it. But I think they all have it by now.
I mean, and
except
Disney, do they though? Do they? The planet Arium.
This movie should be called So the Drama. But that's already a Kim Possible movie, so. I love Kim Possible. That's great kid show.
I know a period of time where I fucked with it. I think, if this generation was raised on Kim Possible and Rebel Without a Cause, I think Plato might be okay.
I mean, this generation has a habit of borrowing the cool stuff from each generation and like cutting out all the
No, this
prejudice for the most
this
part.
this generation, the one in the film.
Oh, this
Yeah,
generation.
yeah. If James Dean's generation had Kim Possible, it'd be a lot cooler movie.
Fair. Mhm. I love guns. I'm from Texas. It's the greatest movie ever. Why is he holding it like that, though? That's not the way you hold a gun. Goodness gracious, learn some gun safety.
He took the clip out.
Well, okay, fair enough. But before he had the clip in and he was holding it, it looked like he was going to blow his nuts off. It was scary. It was viscerally like, eh. It's too far.
Oh. Okay.
It's intense.
Mm-hmm.
It's climactic. Mm.
Oh. Sucks. Damn. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
was like
that
the Romeo and Juliet quality of the film I wasn't a fan of, honestly. That ending,
well, you know that there is so much about Plato that they, I was trying to allude to earlier, that should be more discussed in this film. Stuff that they were trying to do at the time was a little bit different, but I think I'll get to that right when we get ready to sign off. But do you have any final thoughts?
I liked it. I didn't love it.
Okay.
Thought it had extremely strong points. And also just some like plot elements that weren't that strong.
Yeah, it shows its
plot
age.
and story, even though it obviously things and all that, but like
Definitely shows its age in places, but it's
also true.
65 years old.
But I don't know. I think there's a timeless quality to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always gonna be angsty teenagers. It's
Yeah.
a fact of life. Those hormones, Plus we genetically engineered it out of teenagers eventually.
Well, that's a whole different movie. Also, maybe starring James Dean in the future.
Starring the clone of James Dean.
We can go digital. It's fine. It's
fine. Digital.
It's fine, everybody. If you're catching this on replay, that was the What the Show watch along featuring Hitman Hudson for
Sorry
Rebel
for
Without
being
a
a
Cause.
mess either.
Hey, I think we
Don't
brought
eat
some
like
fun
me,
to it.
kids. Eat like your mother tells you to.
I think we brought some fun to it, though. But yeah, guys, if you're catching this on the replay, join us for our next watch along. Give us some suggestions, that kind of thing, and you know, maybe, just maybe, if you have it on record that a kid shot puppies, keep a good look at his file. For What the Show, this has been Kyle Hudson and AJ Lancaster. You guys have a great night.
Signing off. Have a great night.
Cheers.
Cheers.